friends, welcome to class. I hope everybody's had a really good week and that you are all happy and healthy. Friends, we're going to try something new today. On Fridays, we're going to be doing new lessons, just like we would if we were in class, learning old material, reviewing some material, going over some homework, and learning things that are new, because there's still things that we need to learn that we would have learned in class, so we're going to try to learn them on here. So for today, we're going to start off by doing a quick review of the last phonics thing we learned when we were in class with Mr. P. So we did a chart, if you remember the chart, and it had the pictures of the kids. So we are going to do a review of TH. Remember, it was you put your tongue between your teeth, and SH, shh, WH, which is the w sound, and CH, which is ch, like chicken and cheese. We see these blends in a lot of words, and they're really tricky for us. So we're going to do some review so that we can learn them. So when we see those words, there'll be no problem. We're going to start doing spelling words every single week. So for now, I would like you to go and get a piece of paper and a pencil. I'm going to count to 10, so I'm going to give you some time to do this, okay, my friends? So everybody right now, go get a pencil and a piece of paper. I'm going to count. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job, friends. Hopefully everybody has a pencil and a piece of paper in front of you. The reason why I want you to have a pencil and piece of paper is because I want you to write down these spelling words that we're going to do. We're going to do 5 a week, and they're going to follow along with these blends. So for this week, we're going to do the TH sound, so th. And I want you to write them down when I show them to you, and then I want you to practice them with your mom and dad, or just by yourself, or whoever you can practice them with, so that we know how to read these words when we come back. Whether you want to read them, write them, put them in a sentence, you can stick them on sticky notes all over your house, whatever you want to do, so that we can learn these words. Okay, my friends? So this first word is the word with. With. I'll stick it right up here so you can write it down. All right. If we were to put this in a sentence, we could say, I'm going to the park with my mom. With. The next word that we're going to do is the word that. That. A sentence could be, that is my dog. That. I don't have a dog, but if I did, that could be my dog. The next word we'll do is the word these. These. This refers to a group of things. So if I said these are my markers. These are my markers. It's not one marker, it's multiple. So these are my markers. The next one is them. Them. This would refer to a group of people, for example. So you could say, I'm going to school with them. It's not just one friend, it would be a group of friends. It's plural. And the last word is the word then. Then. Not to confuse this with them. They look very similar. We have them and we have then. Them would be a group of people. Then would be something that comes next in a sequence. So today I'm going to wake up and then I'm going to brush my teeth. And then I'm going to sit down and eat my breakfast. And then I'm going to do my homework. All right, my friends? So something that happens in a sequence. So I would like you to have written down these words. Maybe mom and dad can help you write them down. And then throughout the week, I want you to be practicing the words. Stick them on your fridge. Read them every time you go and get something to eat. Or put them in your room beside your bed so you can read them before you go to sleep. Okay, friends? So by the time we're done, we'll know 5 words that we can read and spell that go along with our phonics blends that we've been working on. All right, my friends? So the next thing we're gonna work on is, I'm just gonna take these off so I have some room. We're gonna go over some of the homework that Miss Herman sent you. So by now, everybody should have their homework package. They should have come in the mail. I have heard from some parents, which I love. I love hearing from you and your parents. So if you ever wanna send me a video or send me a picture, I think everybody has my phone number or my email, and you can share all your work that you're doing with me. I know it's really weird that we're not together, but we can find other ways to be together as well, right? We can share our pictures, we can share our work, we can share ideas, we can share lots of stuff together. So today, I'm gonna take just a sample from your writing, because everybody had this one. I like this one. I did this one with my kids yesterday. It's kind of cute. So I'm gonna put it up here, and then we're gonna do some writing together. My board is really small, so hopefully this works out. Okay, so when we look at the picture, the worksheet has 4 pictures on it. So you should have 4 sentences to go along with it. So try to do, if you're in grade 2 and you want to do 2 sentences per picture, that is awesome. For my grade 1 friends, just 1 sentence is fine. Okay, friends? So if you look at it, we have a picture of a pig and he's rolling in the mud. And then we have a picture of the pig and he has a brush, a towel, and a shower cap on. So I'm thinking he's gonna take a bath or maybe a shower. And then we have the pig, oh, he is in the bath. So he's playing in the bubbles. And then we have him and he's squeaky clean. So let's write our sentence stories to go along with this worksheet. Remember, when we do our sentences, we have to have a capital at the beginning and always have a period at the end of our sentence. And our sentence has to have a complete thought. So we're not just gonna say the pig, period. That's not a complete sentence. What did the pig do? Where was he going? What does he look like? Okay, my friends? So let's start with the first one. I wish I could get you to raise your hand and give me some ideas, because I'm just talking to myself here, but we'll see how this goes. So the first one, let's say, what should we name this pig? Let's name the pig Porky. So Porky was playing in the mud. So let's try that. So Porky, so we're going to start with a capital. Hopefully you can see this. Porky was playing in the mud. I make sure I have my period at the end of my sentence. Can everybody see that? And I have my capital. So you have a capital letter. It's also a capital because it's a name. So we always have to have names for our capitals. And we have a period at the end because it is the end of our sentence. So Porky was playing in the mud. How about Porky's mom told him he needs to go take a bath? So his mom, so is an H, and it's a capital because it's the beginning of a sentence after a period. So his mom told him to take a bath. Period, because it's the end of a sentence. I'd be telling my kids to take a bath too if they were playing in the mud. So the next one, it looks like he has some bubbles. So maybe he had a bubble bath with raspberry bubbles. Raspberry bubble bath. So let's try. So Porky was playing in the mud. His mom told him to take a bath. He used, remember I have my capital as well. He used lots of, let's see, strawberry bubble bath. That one's my favorite. I have that one in my bath. Period at the end. And then at the end of our story, the fourth picture, Porky is squeaky clean again. So let's write that. Porky is all clean again. Remembering my capital, which is also a name, and a period at the end of the sentence. So my friends, this is an example of what you would do for this worksheet. Whether mommy and daddy can help you with it or not, as long as you're trying, that's all I ask for you. Okay, my friends? Try to make sure your capitals, try to make sure your periods. So let's just read through this and make sure it makes any sense. So Porky was playing in the mud. His mom told him to take a bath. He used lots of strawberry bubble bath. Porky is all clean again. If you do run out of room, it doesn't give you a ton of lines, but if you do run out of room, you can always flip the paper over it and draw lines and do your writing on the back. Okay, friends? So that's an example of writing. Let me just clean this up and then we'll do some math review. Okay, the math I sent you was just adding and subtracting. So starting next week, I'm going to post a video and we're going to actually move on to measurement, which is something new, which we haven't done before. So it's going to be a little bit weird because I'm not there to help you, but we're going to just try our hardest, okay, friends? So for my friends who were working on single digit addition or subtraction, let's try a few of those problems and I can show you how we can draw them on paper if you don't have any counters or pasta or noodles, okay? So let's do an example of, let's see, 5 plus 6. So we're trying to figure that out. On our circles, well, if we were in class, we would have our friend circles and we would put 5 blocks. So let's see, here are our blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we would have 6 blocks on our next circle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then for adding, because remember we have the blocks represent the number and then we're going to squish them together and count how many are together. So then we're going to count together. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 5 plus 6 equals 11. The same is going to be if you do subtraction, which is the takeaway. So one of the takeaway worksheets that I sent looked like this one, and it had takeaway numbers on it. You can use your blocks, or you can just do it on a piece of paper like Miss Herman's doing. It doesn't matter. So let's do an example of that. Let's do 9, take away 7. So you would have 9 blocks. So you're going to take your 9 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are my 9 blocks. And I need to take away 7 of them. So I'm going to use my eraser and I'm going to erase them. But if you didn't have a whiteboard with an eraser, you're just going to take those blocks away and count what's left over. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And left over, I have 1, 2. So 9 take away 7 equals 2. Okay? For my other friends, my grade 2 friends, who have double digit addition and subtraction, so like this, some of my friends got something like this, you can take out all those blocks and count up all this. So this, let's do one of these samples. So it's 21 plus 34. So you could go and grab 21 blocks and put them in a pile, and 34 blocks and put them in a pile, and then count them all together. Or I'm going to teach you a little trick. I have taught some of you this, but now some of you can learn as well. So if you put a line down here, this is my imaginary line. So this is the ones column, and this is the tens column. There's a clock going off. Hold on. This is the ones column, and this is the tens column. So if you, all you have to do, and this is really simple, so much easier than counting blocks, if you just count down. So here we have 1 and we have 4. So 1 plus 4 is 5. So you're going to write down 5. And 2 plus 3 is 5. So your answer is 55. A lot easier than counting blocks, eh? Let's try one more of those just so that we know. So let's try 42 plus 23. So again, pretend you have your imaginary line down. This is the ones column and the tens column. And you just add down. So 2 plus 3 is 5. And 4 plus 2 is 6. So your answer is 65. Okay, guys? For takeaway, it's the exact same thing. So some of you have a takeaway sheet that looks like this one. So let's do a sample from that. Let's do 25, takeaway 13. So again, imaginary line down the center, and you're going to just subtract those columns. So 5 takeaway 3, 5 takeaway 3 is 2, and 2 takeaway 1 is 1. So the answer is 12. Okay, let's try one more. Let's do 28, takeaway 14. Imaginary line. 8 takeaway 4 is 4. 2 takeaway 1 is 1. So your answer is 14. Easy, eh? Okay, guys. So hopefully by now, you guys have done a couple of the worksheets. Hopefully you've done some writing and you're reading your reading poems. I didn't choose a reading poem because we're all doing different ones. So I didn't want to confuse some people. But hopefully you're just reading your reading poems. We know that the word family is at the top, whether it's OU or OW. So you're just highlighting all the words that you find in those. And then if you don't have any books at home and you're not able to access Epic, or you're just bored, you can read those poems over and over again and they'll be good practice for you. All right? So the last thing we're going to do, and it's the most exciting, is Miss Herman went to school the other day and I got some of our Junie B. Jones books to read. So I know we've already read this one, but I like this one. It's really cute. So we're going to read a chapter of this book every time that we meet. Okay, guys? So that it can be just like if we were in the classroom. So this one is, Junie B. Jones is a beauty shop guy. All right. Chapter 1. My brand new different name. My name is Junie B. Jones. The B stands for Beatrice, except I don't like Beatrice. I just like B, and that's all. Only guess what? That doesn't even matter anymore, because I'm changing my name to a brand new different name. It popped right into my head when I waked up this morning, and that's how come I jumped out of bed and I zoomed to the kitchen to tell Mother and Daddy. They were sitting at the breakfast table. People, guess what? I'm changing my name to a brand new name, and it's the loveliest name I've ever heard of. Mother was feeding my baby brother named Ollie. Daddy was reading his paper. They did not pay attention to me. I climbed upon my chair and shouted my new name real loud. Pinky Gladys Guzman. My new name is Pinky Gladys Guzman. Just then, Daddy looked at me over the top of the paper, because now he was paying attention. Excuse me? Could you run back by me one more time, he asked. Your new name is Pinky Gladys what? I clapped my hands real happy. Guzman, I shouted very thrilled. Pinky Gladys Guzman. And so from now on, everybody has to call me that, or else I will not even answer. Okay, Daddy? Okay? I hugged myself. Isn't it just the cutest name you ever heard of? Because Pinky is the loveliest color I've ever saw. Plus, Gladys Guzman is the snack lady at school. And so who wouldn't want to be named after that woman? That's what I would like to know. Daddy shook his head. I don't know. This doesn't really sound like a good idea to me, he said. I did a frown at that guy. Why, Daddy? How come? How come it doesn't sound good? Well, for one thing, it's much too long, he said. No one will ever be able to remember a name as long as that. I tapped on my chin. I said. Then all of a sudden, my whole face got happy. Hey, I got it. I got the answer. After that, I zoomed to my room, and I got some paper, and I zoomed right back again. A name tag. We will make a name tag, I said. That way, people can read my new name, and they won't even have to remember it. I gave the paper to Mother. Write it down. Write my new dang name on the paper. Then we can pin it right onto my clothes. Mother did a frown at Daddy. Way to go, Ace, she said, kind of mumbling. After that, she wrote my new name on the paper and she pinned it to my PJs. I danced all around the floor. Pinky Gladys Guzman. My name is Pinky Gladys Guzman. I sang real joyful. Mother and Daddy didn't say any words. They just kept on looking at me. Finally, Daddy got up from the table. Well, gotta go, he said. I've got an appointment to get a haircut. Mother springed out of her chair. She grabbed Daddy by his shirt. Oh, no, you don't. You can't, she said. I have an appointment to take Ollie to the doctor this morning, remember? If you need to get your hair cut, you're going to have to take, you know who? Guzman, I said. My name is Pinky Gladys Guzman. Daddy ran his fingers through his hair. Then he did a big sigh, and he told me to hurry up and get dressed. I jumped way high up in the A. Hooray! I shouted, hooray, hooray! Pinky Gladys Guzman is going to the barber shop with her daddy, and she really enjoys that place. After that, I twirled and twirled all around the kitchen. Only too bad for me, because they accidentally twirled into the refrigerator and the stove and the dishwasher. I got knocked onto the floor. My head made a loud clunking sound. I felt it real careful. Good news, I said. No damage. After that, I jumped back up and I ran to get dressed for the barber shop. That's the end of the first chapter, friends, and that's where we're going to stop for today. I hope that every single one of you is safe and that you're being kind and that you're taking good care of yourselves, okay? On Monday, I hope you guys liked our video from Miss Shane. I thought it was awesome. On Monday, we have 2 new teachers who are going to be doing lessons with us. And one of them is going to be doing a lesson outside in the garden. So stay tuned on Monday for those new videos. And I hope everybody enjoyed this lesson. And thank you for joining me. And take care of yourselves, okay, guys? See you later. Happy weekend.